Okay, so on thumb draw, real simple setup. You really don't need a ring, but it does help. And these rings, I'll put this in a link in the description below. You guys can snatch these up as you need to. The flu arrows are really good for target practice, but I would suggest putting serving string, gluing serving string around the front of the fletchings because they're kind of high up off of the shaft and they will cut your thumb. Uh, Done it multiple times. I had to put a band-aid over me for a while. Big, one of those big 3-inch band-aids right here, just to cover everything, so I can still continue to shoot and learn the thumb ring or thumb draw method. I say thumb ring, I mean thumb draw. So forward, you'll know what I'm saying. Um, just regular tips on these. I bought these um, extra. These are not the original tips that come on. I don't think these actually had any arrowheads on them. I can't remember if they did or not because I have so many different field points now. It's not funny. Um, just keep the 100 on here. It's 500 spine. Don't put anything bigger than 100 on here. You're going to have issues with that because of the way that these will break. They're really flexible, but they're not super hyper. You can't wrap them or tie them up or anything, but you can definitely flex these really good. Just be careful, and it's like I check them every time I shoot them. I just do this real quick. I just put them on my waist and try them out. If I hear anything, feel anything different than what I should, then you'll know. These get damaged a lot because there are four of them, but they're really stable for long ranges. So when you're shooting, just get a couple yards away, like I am right now, and shoot into the target and practice. And you'll get really good with this. Just remember, make that little hole, and it's pretty simple. Not hard at all. The bow is another important thing. This is a 50-pound bow. It is no joke. You can hunt with this and launch an arrow a pretty good distance. I'd say I get one over 200 yards, closer to three with this on a good day. It won't be today because Mother Nature has decided to bombard us with rain. Okay, so as far as take that again. Rawr, rawr, rawr. All right, so as far as arm guards go, I have one of these thick leather ones. You'll see other archers on YouTube have these as well. Dash has one, so on and so forth. I had to modify mine because there was a lot of material here and it would get in the way of me wanting to load quickly. But it's always a good idea to have something. It's solid. Um, will not stop arrow penetration if it breaks, but it might. I mean, there's going to be some deflection. You're going to feel if you have a broken arrow, and you don't realize it. That's why we flex them, because there are other archers out there that do have or have had issues, and you'll have to do your own internet research. I won't call anybody out for that because they did everything they did right. They showed you what they did, and it still broke. So it's just force of the bow. It's a 50-pound bow. Like I said, it's got enough juice on it to bring an animal down. Depending on, I can get me one of those broadheads. So, I mean, this is a broadhead or this is an Easton Black Max 340, 340 spine with a mechanical broadhead on it. That's what I go hunting with. These are wide cut, so on and so forth, etc. These broadheads here have tape residue on them from when I was shooting into the target that's behind me on the floor. These are cutters. I sharpen these down with 3000 grit, 5000 grit, sandpaper, and it's in front of me. I know it is. It's over there somewhere, or over there. Sanding stones, which sharpening stones, which do help you get a little bit more, because some of these will come with burrs on them, so you get a little bit more smoother edge, and they go into the target a little deeper as far as if you're shooting a live target, an animal or something, you bring an animal down with one of these easily. These would be a coyote or a bobcat type option for me. So they cut really good, and I want them smooth going in, so that way they're smooth going through and out, and you can recover the head. So without having to dig it out of something like animal wise, but I don't mind digging it out of a tree or something like that. You use a pair of needle nose pliers, which I carry with me when I go out. I just throw these in my pocket, and good to go. And that's part of the equipment. There's going to be another video with the equipment you'll need to make sure that you're successful in your archery, and there's going to be a longer video on my Patreon for all this stuff. So you just got to be, go over there. There's public stuff you can watch without paying for anything. You don't have. I do believe you don't have to subscribe, pay money. I'm gonna go double check that because I don't even know. It's been so long since I messed with that. I post a video on it at least once a month, or something, maybe 2 or 3, and then I just go about my business doing the YouTube stuff, and that's where that is. But getting into thumb draw archery, you notice I took the ring off, put a rubber band, a band-aid on here. So what I want to show you is how effective that can be, because it's a 50-pound bow. A lighter bow, this is really good. I mean, and a 30-pound, 35-pound bow, just for practice, for training purposes. Yeah, and then on a 50, I can still feel the pressure, but I'm not getting any string burn. So, but I am still feeling everything on here. If this had a little bit more material going this way on the thumb, like a full thumb piece right here, like a glove, that would be great. And I could probably use one of my gloves here, because this is what I use for hunting anyway. So I'm gonna try this out. See if it throws the shot off any. But like I said, when you're training and trying to test out equipment, just get a couple yards away so you're not throwing your shot into the wall, window, or one of your dogs, cats, or people, because I didn't feel nothing at all, and I'm still on Band-Aid. So Band-Aid works, I won't lie. You do feel a little bit of string burn up top, but you also feel that here when you're using this. This will still go on, because you twist these in, you kind of twist your thumb in there, and then they set up real nice, and that works out. But there's still a little bit of thumb there, and you still get a little bit of a string burn right there on the tip. It'll callus over time, no big deal. Still good to go in shooting arrows here like this. You gotta be careful. Okay, so when I have that up here like this pushes against the nock and wants to take it off the string, so you have to have your 2 bottom fingers, your ring and your pinky right there, hold on to that arrow. If you're doing multiple arrow shots, which I do, but I'll use Slavic draw when I go hunting, so I won't be using thumb. And yeah, practice. Just get good with your equipment and know what you're capable of doing. So when you're hunting, you will be camied up, and I got my camo somewhere in the other room, and I'll make some videos on that, shooting outside here soon, showing you the stalking method, if you will, for the animals that you will be hunting. It's really simple, nothing major. You just look kind of goofy. If somebody's watching, you'll be like, what's this crazy fool doing? Well, stalking an animal could be anything. Beaver, raccoon, skunk. Don't shoot skunks, though, I tell you. They don't like that. And so, yeah. But when I'm shooting, what I'm going to do is modify another set of gloves. I like these gloves, so I'm going to keep them as is, both a set, and give me another set of gloves, modify, take the thumb and the pinky off, or rather pinky, index finger off, and I'll just have maybe a little strip right there. I doubt it. I'll probably just have these and sew around it, and so that way it's nice and the stuffing doesn't come out, and keep these 3 fingers covered. But that's a video for another time. I'll mod some equipment, like I've modded the other arm guard there with rivets and sewing. So that way it works out really well for me, and I like it. I like that leather. It's really thick. So, but there's all kinds of other stuff you can wear, put on, and like I said, it's a video for another time. We'll get into the boots you would wear. I'm wearing steel-toed work shoes right now, the Skechers. Um, I like them. They're very comfortable. You can sit there and stand in these for hours, and all the padding and cushion you got inside, no issues whatsoever. Skechers are really, really good for that. I want to get some slip-ons. I haven't been able to get up to the shoe show yet. Shoe show yet. Funny story. Somebody decided to make it a drive-through, and when they did, they turned the vehicle. I was like, everybody's like, "How'd you make that turn?" Oh my goodness! I'll see if I can pull a picture up for that for this because it's turned. I mean, you went in through the glass window, and I mean, they're like turned, and they're like right on the wall where the socks are on the other side of the register. They turned around and registered like they were trying to make it into the I think the Dollar Tree is right there on the other side of that wall. So that was quite a fiasco. It seems to be in this community that a lot of people prefer a drive-through type situation. You had a Pizza Hut. You had multiple gas stations you get driven through. Let's see what else. Crap, I can't remember all the other buildings that have been hit and people try to drive through them. It's insane. Medical reasons mostly. They left a bunch of guys in a van, went in and got food at McDonald's, and they were in McDonald's, and you see them hopping across McDonald's hump because they got behind the wheel of the vehicle and drove it and tried to drive through the Pizza Hut. Yeah, I have an ex that worked there, and she had just, I think what they said is she had just stocked the salad bar and went to the back, and then that incident happened. I'm sitting there going, darn. So, as bad as that sounds, that's what I was told anyway. So, but anyway, I digress. Archery. Yeah, I'm gonna go up and get some Skechers slip-ons as soon as I can. See if I can find me a nice green pair to match some of the stuff I'll be wearing for the medieval cosplay, dress up when we do some of the outside stuff, especially in the springtime. But it's 43 today for a high. Tomorrow's 30 something, and then the next day's 26, I think. And then boom, we go right back into the 40s and 50s. So I'm looking at that time frame, so long as the wind isn't too bad, to go and do a satire video with the stalking, so that way you can see in the camo what we're doing. And I'll probably use the other Turkish bow I have. I'm not sure if I'll use this or not. It's a possibility. It just all depends upon my whim. I mean, I wake up in the morning and be like, yeah, I'm gonna shoot this bow. So I got like 12 bows. So yeah, and I'm gonna get some more for the channel. We'll go Alan Odinson. We'll get some another bow from him. I need another assassin's bow. I like the one I got. Now I've had that strung for over a year and a half. I got it in April last year, or a year ago April. So 8 months, year and 8 months, I've had it strung. You can keep these strung too. I do believe Charlie from Charlie's Running Archery, he said he kept his alley bow. He kept his strung for 2 years. But I don't know. He's got a lighter bow. I do believe it's a 30 or 35 pound. And this is a 50, so I'd rather keep this one strung for like a week maybe at the most, and then shoot that and do my little demonstrations. And then go ahead and get some other bows and shoot them, and I'll de-string this and put this up on the wall. So as with the 45, but the other bow here, behind a bunch of arrows, this is the assassin's bow here. Now, oh, it's upside down. Okay, so I've made it to where my pinky goes in that little, because I added a string. Pinky goes in here, and then this should be below the knocking area here. And then, I feel for that, so that way I know I got it. And even with my gauntlets on, which I don't have in front of me, or on, I can, shoot without any issues. I'll shoot it real quick here. I can feel that I've got it right side up, because upside down, right side up, you really can't tell the difference on this one. As it's ambidextrous. It's very sturdy, and it's about a 45. It's a 45, but it's probably pulling about 40. You know, and I don't expect this to stay strong forever. Another thing is on these, on the nocking points, make sure your nocking point opening is to the opposite of where this finger is. You should be pointing out this way. This one's pointing straight forward, which that's fine, it works. But if you put it on this side somehow, or it rotates over to this side, you will feel it. It will scratch your finger. So always be aware. Safety, safety. And this is a good bow. It still works. No issues. All right, so thumb draw. Not hard to get into. Practice. Just look at your method when you just play with it and get that little hole going on there, little donut, and pop. And you should be good to go. It's not hard. You just got to want to. And I'll go ahead and take this Band-Aid off. A lighter bows, this works really good if you do a lighter bow. If you do a heavier bow, you definitely want to get a brass ring, or even the silver ring. I have a silver one, just a lot thicker. And I talk too much. Then I cough because I don't talk that much. I'm not a talking person. I'm a doing person. I like to work. However, oh, by the way, you're going to see that there's some spring things down there. And I hate to say this, but don't buy that. I went ahead and I ordered a sample like I was supposed to. And today's the 10th of December, and I paid for shipping to have it delivered by today so I could support it. And hey, this is my store. This is what I got going on. Merry Christmas. They're gonna have to reimburse me the shipping, and then I may just cancel the order altogether because it's still in production. It hasn't been. I don't know what's going on with this, so I'm gonna keep you guys posted on the spring store. I do have a shop supply store. I will be putting merchandise in that soon, but it will not be in time for Christmas. I'm sorry. That's fine. Yeah. Katra. Down Katra. Torque Katra. I made a video on that. You guys should go check that out too. Which one's better? Which one works for you? I don't know. I see a lot of them do this. That's down Katra. Okay? Works great. Love it. You see me do it every now and again. I just, it's a little bit more flamboyant, as when you're doing your motions. And of course there's the torque Katra, which you see me push out and give me another couple of feet per second on the arrow, so allegedly. There's videos out there of people doing it and saying it doesn't work. I don't think they're doing it right, because there's other videos out there that show that it gives you 10 or 15 or 20 feet per second more. That's fine. But, the chronograph is close. I don't want to know what my arrow can do off the string. I want to know what speed is it on a 50-yard target. Okay? But a lot of people are afraid to hit their chronograph. Get a cheap one. And then put just a little plexiglass thingy in front of it. It should be fine. Quarter-inch, half-inch plexiglass. Field point's not going to go through that. Or it'll probably stick in it, but... Okay, so the center of my target is still getting worn out there. I need to, let's move to the upper right. Got it. Yeah, so, call your shots on your targets this close, fine. Do it all day long. Anybody can do it. It's nothing major. You guys can just jump in there and shoot your targets 3-4 yards, up to 6-7 yards right here. And I'll do that for you real quick. I know you can probably see me. Yeah. As I'm looking at this, just got to remember not to hit the target. I'm going to flip the camera around and let you see that. Dead center, it pops out. Okay, so you don't need to see that, you heard it. The other one's just barely hanging out. But I'm just pommeling all the material in the middle into oblivion, which is cool. hey, I still can turn that target around. I haven't even used the other side yet. And like I said, we'll do a video on indoor shooting and how to do it safely. So that way you guys can get away with it. I mean, I live by myself, single. I don't, have any kids running around or any relatives coming over and wanting to hang out or anything like that. It's like only like 3 or 4 people know where I live. it's one of those things. I've been here for 2 years. But I normally go to other places. Not many people come here. I mean, this is a living room, bedroom type thing. This used to be my bedroom, and then I switched it to the smaller room, which is a lot warmer in the wintertime because the wind hits. This is the west side. The wind hits that, and when we get those bomb cyclones, and it really causes a lot of issues with keeping yourself warm. I have to put my tunic on, which is Viking tunic, which is in the other room, and throw all my clothes on and put pants on top of pants. Yeah, it's 50 below zero is no joke, especially when your heater's going. I don't think so. You guys are just gonna freeze. So that's a little higher on purpose. Gotta get to where. See, the other thing about having a thumb ring on, you got to learn how to put your knock on there because it's not that easy if you're doing Slavic draw, which you can do on any of these ambidextrous bows, and you can pop that and then load another arrow and look at all the other shorts I'm doing. 2 arrows, boom, boom, and within 5 seconds you got 2 arrows down and in the target. So that's kind of a cool thing to have it's a backup shot. Okay, so I hit the deer or hit the coyote or hit the whatever, and the coyote or bobcat's all upset about that, and they're going to come at me, so I'm going to hit them with another arrow, and they're going, oh, well, maybe not. So, it's one of those things. Having that backup shot is really cool, and it works out really well. So, I'll go ahead and end this video, and I've babbled enough. You guys can figure this out. I'm sure you're capable, but hopefully I provided a little bit of insight. I'll put a link in the description below for this. I'm going to go ahead and put one of Alan's links in there. Alan Odinson Archery. I like his bows, and I'll throw the links in there for the alley bows and the flu-flus. But they don't sell those specifically. You have to get another vendors for flu-flus. Helical flu-flus, they make a lot of noise. So I would say no to getting that. Here, I'll show you. It's got a field point on it, same as the other one. So I'm going to shoot it right past you into the, I don't know if you heard that or not. I'm hoping you did, because at long range, that will go. So that's going to be a heads up to anything you're shooting at. You will hear that go through. So helical flu-flus are pretty cool though. They're accurate. I hit where I was wanting to do, the upper right target in the middle. Boom. I'm happy with that. So, all right, y'all. Take care. Be safe. Stay warm.